CodeX has completed 5,000 subscribers, and this video is dedicated to you guys. Stay tuned in the video to know more about me coming up. Hello and welcome back to channel CodeX. I hope you guys are able to listen me properly, and write down in the comment section if I'm audible, if you can see me properly, there's no connection glitch, there's no audio glitch, and then we are good to start with. I'm really sorry because I started the stream late. First I scheduled it for 7:30, then I rescheduled for 7:50, and now I'm doing it at 8:45. So I'm really sorry for that. Maybe it's a different time for you, but that's fine. It happens sometimes. The technical issue, the connections and all this stuff. This is fairly new connection. The new way I'm doing the live stream, I'm doing right away from my Canon camera. So that's a little bit, it took time in the setup, but that's fine. The audience is growing now. We have 6 people watching us. That's great. Let me know in the comment section that if I'm audible or not. Mr. Carroll said hi. Hello, Mr. Carroll. I know you now because you are commenting in all of my videos. Thank you so much for that, and thank you so much for being in the video live stream. Vishal Aditya, does the live is there? Yes, of course it's there, but it's a little bit delayed. Welcome to channel. And we have 10 viewers now. Perfect. So it's good signal. We can start now. Welcome back, and this video is dedicated for my 5,000 subscribers who have subscribed, and all the viewers. Thank you so much for your love, your likes and comments and subscribe. That really means a lot, and it really helped me to reach this milestone in very less time. Audio is good. Thank you so much, Gurpreet. Thank you so much, Subham. Hello from Peri. Wow, from different locations people are joining. Thank you so much, and I hope my energy and my confidence is a little bit better than previous live stream. If you have joined me in previous live stream, it was like a nightmare for me. First time talking to camera, talking to this many people, like it was just out of the world. Like I was doing so many mistakes, I was literally sweating. So that was a different experience, but now I have some confidence and I can do live stream. Congratulations sir, but थोड़ा बहुत Kotlin पर भी ध्यान दीजिए. Of course, Kotlin, like, okay, we will get into that because I don't want to divert the topic, and I don't want to make this live stream for 1 hour or 2 hours long. It will be a simple short Q&A video for half an hour. That will be fine. Hello from Kenya. Thanks for your content. Thank you so much, Joel Walinika. I'm really sorry. It's very difficult to pronounce those names. Let me know from where you are. Okay, so we're gonna start the video, and I'm going to answer your questions which you have submitted on Google Forms or you commented in the YouTube comment. And even if you can write your question there in the comment section, if I have time, I'll answer that as well. So your name, of course, I'll tell you my name. My name is Afzal, and I have a really nice intro video for myself, so you can watch that. I'm going to show you this video just after few moments. All right, good place. Now we can start with the live stream, and we can now take our first question basically. So let me share my screen. So here is our first question. Are you working in a company which uses Flutter? If you are wondering from where this question came, let me tell you that I asked you guys to fill a Google Form survey, and there I asked a question for my Q&A series. So this is the first question which I got, and here it is. Are you working in a company which uses Flutter? The reason I took this question as a first question, because this is the main question majority of new Flutter developers are thinking, whether the company is using Flutter or not. It's a big question for anybody choosing the platform, right? So let me tell you that currently my company is not using Flutter. but they're in like they're exploring the Flutter framework. The solution architect, the development team, they are exploring with the POC, proof of concept type of projects, and if that fits in all the aspects, because you know that the procedure, the big companies, they don't trust the software or tools immediately. They need to have the market ready for that, and the developer should be available, and there are a lot of constraints to it. So still, to answer the question, my company is not using, but of course they are doing POC, they are waiting for the web support, and near in future, maybe down the line 6 months or 1 year, they will use for sure. So let's take our next question. The next question says, your career path, study and all. I was expecting that question, to be honest, because apart from Flutter, I was expecting some personal question as well, but it happens because you guys doesn't know me really well, so it happens. Like, you will be only stuck with the Flutter questions. You will be thinking that I know only Flutter, but apart from Flutter, I have my personal opinions, personal things as well. So that's fine. We're gonna explore and we're gonna build that relationship. So this person has asked, I don't know the name because it was on Google Forms. Next time you can write in the comment section so that I know your profile picture, I know your name, and that way I can mention it over here. So the person asked your career path, study and all. I'm going to answer that in a form of video, so make sure to watch that. Just after 2-3 minutes I'm going to play that video. It will answer most of your question, from where I am, what is my name, what I do, what are my goals, everything. So let's take I am a native Android developer. Let's take some question from live stream as well. So hello Arvind, hello Vishal, once again. I'm designing an app. All right, I'm going to answer all of them, but let's check. I'm a native Android developer, but I can't ignore Flutter. How is growing up? Of course, Akash, Flutter is growing, like it's growing exponentially. It just came 2 years, 3 years back, and then they released the beta version first. They released, then they released public version, and it is exploding. Like, all the React Native developers, Xamarin developer, they are now trying Flutter just to explore whether it's a good fit or not. And for my opinion, yes, of course, it's a good fit. So again, Mr. Carroll, bro, I need a tutorial for Flutter when run app and screen on one half sound. Yes, Mr. Carroll, I'm going to do tutorial on that. I'll read your comment. And one more thing I want to specify, that many of time you people request me for the tutorial which is really specific to the topic or the business. So what happens in tutorial, or what happens in generally YouTube tutorials, it will be a generic thing. So how to do page transition, right? How to do click event, how to do animation. So now if someone asks me how to do login click, that really irritates me. I'm not pointing to Mr. Carroll, of course, but some people, they really want to the feature which their client wants, they want in the form of tutorial, but that is not the case. In tutorial, we can only provide you the generic thing, how this particular thing works, and how you have to utilize that in your application. Of course, you have to do it. All right. So we have how many viewers? 70 viewers. It's fairly good. For Q&A session, of course, it's good. Previously, it was 35 viewers, so I was very happy. And now 17 viewers, still it's fine. So now let me switch back to this one. Sorry, I was in the question mode. I'm really sorry about that. You were not able to see me. Oh man, this Streamlabs, I wanted to push it to iPad so that, okay. So what I was saying, that this career path and all, so I'm going to answer that in the form of video. I have taken some live question as well. So now let's move to our next question. The next question says, how do you learn Flutter and where you learn Flutter? So let me show you. It says, how do you learn Flutter and where do you learn Flutter? Now to answer that, I'll divide my answer in some points, and the first most important thing is I do Google. So whatever I need in my application, I just Google the generic thing, how to do animation, how to do click event, how to do transition, how to do custom event. So you just have to be smart enough to Google properly what you need. I'll tell you one example. So it is a very funny example. It happened in my first or second organization. So there was one junior, she was learning Flutter. What I'm saying, she was learning Xamarin at that time. So I asked her to perform some task, and when I went back to check her, she was searching in Google how to write, how to do, how to click, how to let me just recall. She was searching how to move from login page to dashboard page. And when I looked at her search result, I was really amazed, and I just laughed, because this is not the way we search. Clicking on login, it should navigate to dashboard. This is not, anybody will answer you. You have to just search what you want, a generic thing, like how to do transition between page. So the first thing how I learned Flutter is I Google properly. That's very important. You need to know that. And let's check some live stream comments as well. I'm designing an app like alarm. Wait, Vishal, Aditya, I will answer your question as well. Your thought on the future of Flutter. Do we need to know native? Of course, I'm going to answer those questions as well. So before you leave, let me answer the remaining question which I have in my Google Forms questions. So let me answer that first. So what happened, I was telling you the story of that lady. She was searching how to move from login page to dashboard page. So you don't have to make that mistake. You have to search properly. If you want to learn Flutter, just be generic, learn the concept and implement yourself. That is my tip for learning Flutter. All right, and second thing I will say that I watch a lot of videos, YouTube videos, tutorial videos, technical talks, Flutter week, widget of the week, and all those stuff, and I read documentation as well. On top of that, the important thing which I do is, I will recommend all of you to do that, is do practice a lot. Just create application for no reason, no particular reason. Just if you're thinking about something, just create application for it, and with that you will come to know so many scenarios, so many properties. I'll just tell you the example. So this question and answer which you can see here, which I'm taking as a question, this is a Flutter application. So I have taken down all the questions and I converted into Flutter application. You can just if I expand it, you maybe see the code over here. So this is all the questions I have taken. I converted in the form of page view builder, and it's that simple. Whatever you want, just write application for it, and that's how you learn any tool, literally. So that is there a tip, how do I learn Flutter and where you learn Flutter, right? I hope that answers the question. So now let's move to the next one. My mic name, seriously, I'm using this, let me show you. I'm using this Samsung mic which comes from the package, which comes inside the box of Samsung mobile, which is like $100 mobile, $150 mobile. It comes in that package, so it's fairly cheap. And the way it works is I connect it with the OBS studio, and there I can put a lot of filters, so it really sounds good. So that is the question for my mic name. And the next question says, let me show you the next question as well. This is a little bit tedious because in between I'm switching the screen. So the next question says explain the process of how you are making entire tutorial video from recording to editing and uploading it. So to be honest, I'm not in a situation to tell you what my setup is, because this is fairly basic setup. You don't want to implement this setup, of course, but I have some good things, like I have this Canon 250D which records me. I have this ring light over here, there's one flashlight over there which add this little bit of contrast, the lighting setup. And that's it about the setup of my recording environment. Talking about the software, yes, I use Premiere Pro for editing. That's a pro tool. If you're editing something really good, you need a pro tool, and I'm using Premiere Pro for that. For screen recording, I'm using OBS Studio. And for let me talk about sorry, just a second. Yeah, so OBS I'm using for screen recording, and that's pretty much it. That's pretty much it, right? So let's move to live stream and take next question from there. Your thoughts on Flutter with Fuchsia OS. Best resource to learn Flutter. Best resource to learn Flutter is Google. You just Google anything, there'll come up video for that, there'll come the Flutter docs for that. And I really think that why people need other videos when Flutter documentation and Flutter regular videos are so interesting to watch. And even the Flutter boring show, if you are watching, if you're following that, it's really good content. It's really like informative video, how they do debugging, how they do work with the Visual Studio or Android Studio, whatever they do. So that's really a good source of Flutter, you know. Best state management solution, of course, it's the Q&A session is going a little bit towards the technical stuff, like this block pattern and provider. I don't want to talk about that. This video I just want to talk about myself. Okay, so leave the Flutter question aside. We can have you know, tutorials for that. We can have another Q&A session for that, but this video I just want to connect with my audience, with you, and tell you about myself. So let me show you my introduction video so that you people will be a little bit bumped up, and give your feedback once the video ends, how you liked it and whether it was conveying the proper message or not. So let's hit it.
Hi, this is me, Afzal. I have an Indian passport because that's my birthplace. In UAE, I completed 1 whole year. Before that, I was developing mobile application in Riyadh, Saudi Arabia. This is me and my college buddies. These are some of my grad pics. I've done Bachelor of Engineering in computers and specialized in software. And that's what majority of Indians do. These are some of my certificates and trophies. I have been rewarded for excellent work. This is my laptop where I spend most of my time. Yes, you just saw a car on my desk. I love to collect model cars, and sometimes I even play with them. Crazy. These are some of my childhood pics. I don't know why I was angry all the time. Talking about time, I'm running 28th. And also 28th is the day I got married. This is me, and I have an artistic eye. I design, I animate, and yes, I made this video too. My goals are simple. Be with family, work hard, and earn more. But who knows the future? This is me right now.
So I hope you people enjoyed the video. How was it? So Abhishek has asked, where are you from, India? I'm from Mumbai, by the way, and let me tell you that this video I created just half an hour back. So in between there was empty spaces, like I'm from India, my passport belongs from India. So there I placed just Google image, and at the end when I say this is my future, what I want to be, so there also I just dropped a Google image because I was editing that, I was creating this full video, and of course I'm going to do it again. The middle part was properly edited, but in between and last I just used a Google image for that. And I'm going to again make it. So let me know how you like the video, and let me see how many people are watching me. 17. Great. So let's move to our next question, and I'll wrap this video in maybe 10 minutes or so, so you can stay tuned and where I'll answer your remaining questions. Abhishek is from Pune. Let me tell you, Abhishek, that I have done engineering from Pune, so I have been there for 4 years. I know all the parts of Pune probably, and I enjoyed a lot there. As a retrofit in a native Android, Flutter has Dio. Should I believe on Dio library because it's from China, or any other alternative? Akash, let me tell you that personally I also use Dio library, and I don't only just use it, I love it because they have so many features in it. Out of the box you get on progress feature. Either you are doing download, upload, you get on progress feature, which is really amazing. You can just write your custom event for that and just show any progress on the interface. I have a video for that where I use a dio package. That's really good package. Sorry, it doesn't really matter from where it is, unless it's of course it's a controversial topic. I should not talk about it. Let's end it here, but of course you can use it as a software for sure. I use it personally. Anyways, let's take our next question real quick. So I'm going to move to my transition with the screen. All right, and here explain the process. This I covered. So do you work as a Flutter developer part-time? Yes, I work as a Flutter developer. Like, I do some freelancing projects in Flutter. What do you do at your day job? I develop Xamarin application, which is again a cross-platform tool. And I asked you guys in the Google Forms, if you participated, whether I should take Xamarin tutorials or not, whether I should put Xamarin tutorials in my YouTube videos or not. Let me show you that as well. The Google Forms, you will be amazed with your response. CodeX 5000 subscriber. All right. So here are the 15 responses. I just stopped accepting responses day before yesterday. So the first question I asked to you guys was this: do you like my video topics or not? So 93% people, they agreed that yes, they like my video. Few people were there who suggested their topics, but there's no one who said no, I don't like your topic. So that's really good thing. And in the second question I asked what level of tutorials I should focus in my videos. Majority were asking for advanced videos. You people can also write in comment section below if you are thinking, no, I should cover beginner also, I should cover intermediate also, and later I'm going to walk through the comments and I'll decide according to that. All right, so let's take the next question which I asked you. Would you support me on Patreon or buy me coffee if I create good tutorials? So the response, I'm very happy with that. 35% people straightforward say yes, we will support you. 64% people, they said maybe we may support or we may not support. But the good thing is no one said upfrontly that no, I'm not going to support you. So that's a really good thing. Okay, let's take the next question. Should I cover other tools like Xamarin, React Native, or other tools in general? 80% people straightforward said no, stick to Flutter. And I know the reason, because they want to learn Flutter and that's why they are in this channel. But let me tell you guys that Flutter is not the only cross-platform tool. We should, as a cross-platform developer, we should know different tools, because time to time this technology will keep on changing. Of course, you should have basic idea of Android and iOS in Kotlin or Swift language, as people are asking whether we should learn Kotlin or not, whether we should learn Swift or not. Of course, you should have basic knowledge of that. But apart from that, as a cross-platform developer, you should know Flutter, you should know Xamarin a little bit. So it's just idea, and to be honest, it works on the same concept. You have one cross-platform tool where you write your pages, you write your events, and that talks to your native platform. So it's that simple. So there's nothing wrong learning Xamarin, learning React Native, and myself, I'm a Xamarin certified developer, and I do Flutter as well. I do React Native as well. So that's just a matter of choice. But 80% people straightforward say no. So I'm not going to upload videos on Xamarin and React Native for now, as at least until I get a good response for that. You should cover beginners also in Flutter. Of course, I'm going to plan for that. I'm going to create animation series, I'm going to create beginner series, and all those stuff I'm going to cover in my videos. So let's take the next question. What do you think is missing in my channel? So there's a whole story to read. I'm not going to go through that. Let's cover the next question. So the next question say, what resources help you with the designing front end? Okay, sorry for this big pause. I was switching between the screens, and that's really tough job for me, switching between screens and interacting. But anyways, I'm trying to cope up with that. So the resources which helped me to design front end is, if you're asking about the design itself, of course Pinterest and Dribble, these two sites help me a lot to get the idea, to get the designs. And for front end, if you're talking about the Flutter controls, I watch YouTube video helps me a lot. And especially I will mention over here the speed code. The people who are doing speed code, they're just awesome, because in speed code you get to learn a lot of things in less time. You just have to pause the video and just see how they did a particular thing and just capture it and do it for yourself. And one mistake people generally do, they just see the video, they just watch entire thing happening and they just leave it. Tomorrow you will come and you will try to implement, you will not know anything. So what you have to do is open Visual Studio up, write whatever you want to create, or just follow the tutorial. Just pause the video, implement it, see it for yourself, then again play the video, pause it, play it, and implement for yourself. That's how you can learn Flutter, and that is like the best way to learn any tool out there. All right, so let's take our next question. So this guy asks, after how many months and projects would you consider yourself to be a Flutter senior? So this is very interesting question, because there's no parameter for it. There's nothing like if you achieve this one, or if you master in this particular topic, you become Flutter senior. Flutter senior is something like you are able to write your application what you want basically. And in terms of months, let me be straightforward. In terms of months, it can be 3 months, it can be 6 months. If you are in the position to write application and publish on the store, you know the basics, how the block pattern works, how the provider works, and your audience is enjoying your application. So that's it, that's the parameter. If you are able to write application, you are able to publish it, you know the basic fundamentals, how things are working, you are a Flutter senior developer. For the company perspective, if you are looking like for interview, how they decide whether it's a senior developer or not, of course they will look for 2 years of experience in Flutter, because Flutter is 2 years old, of course, and then they will decide, okay. And even if you're not 2 years experience, 1 year or 6 months, or even you just started last week, no issues. You cannot call Flutter senior, but of course you can showcase your skill, what you have developed so far. And it happened with me once. So once I left my first company, I was giving interview for the second organization. There they asked me how much experience you have in this particular tool. So Xamarin, when I was learning at home. Only 3 months I learned myself. There was no prior experience. I didn't work in even my past organization. So I was just like a new beginner. But what I had with me is some applications which I developed in Xamarin myself, doing study and all. So I just took out my phone, Android phone, and showed it to interviews that these are some applications which I have developed. I'm trying to consume REST API. I'm trying to do call APIs, interact with them. I'm just learning, I'm exploring. So the interviewer got convinced with my answer, and like he saw that this guy is literally interested and he is trying to learn. So sometimes it works. So what you have to do, what you have to make sure that you keep practicing, and there's no such parameter called Flutter senior. If you keep practicing, if you know the basics, anytime you can call yourself Flutter senior. All right, so let's take our next question. And I really don't know from which source it came, because this all I took from Google Forms. So like it came from my YouTube subscriber channel, or it came from the Facebook page, I don't know, but somebody opened the page and they filled it. So next time what I will do, I will request you guys to put your comment in the YouTube video itself, so that I know your name, I know your profile picture, anything, everything is sorry. So can you create more informative series on animation? And the short answer is yes, I can create. All right. Of course, I'll take this all question really serious. I really take these questions seriously, and I work on them in my upcoming videos. So let's take our next question real quick. Should I also learn Android development with Kotlin? This is the question many people have asked. I'm not sure if Flutter will be enough to find a job as far as I can see from the job post. So let me switch to the live session again so you can see me talking. All right, so this question is little ambiguous. You want to learn Flutter as well, but you are looking for from job perspective. Fine. So see, no tool, if you're learning a tool for just doing a job or getting a salary, it will be like tough decision for you, or it will be a difficult finding specific job with that skill. So what you have to do, first thing is learn any tool out of your interest, and once you have fair interest, you will become a master in it and you can get job. Of course, if we talk about the current market, there's fairly hardly any job out there for Flutter. As far as the Middle East concerned, I'm living in UAE, so once in a month I get Flutter opportunity, but the pay scale is very less. They just want to try out Flutter, so I agree on that. The jobs are very less, so you don't need to switch your platform just because the job opportunity. If you want to stick with Flutter, stick with Flutter. The opportunity is going to come, maybe not in 6 months, then 1 year ahead. Whatever you're doing, you can do as of now, and as a part-time, as a hobby, you can learn Flutter. No need to switch your skill, no need to switch your core. You can keep working on mobile platform, on Flutter, on Xamarin, on native development. Do what you love, and soon it will come. Flutter, and let me just talk about the future of Flutter. One person has asked in live stream. I hope he is still there. So a very good video from a very happy man waiting for next amazing video. Take care, Sergi, you are amazing. Are you leaving the stream, Akash? Because you said indirectly bye-bye. I hope you don't leave. So let me answer this question. Let me switch back once more. Where is this question? Yeah, we were talking about the job openings for Flutter. So Flutter is still new. There's a different aspects. People are developing, but organization level, it needs more time. It needs a fair amount of developer, like fair number of developers available in the market. There should be proper support for it, which is there, but organization still will take time. Of course, the new company, startup company, and the company which trying out new technologies, of course they will opt it out. But for the big projects which is running on years back, so they will take, of course, a little bit of time to switch to Flutter, and there will be job opening maybe 6 months or 1 year for sure for Flutter. So I'm also like learning Flutter out of my interest. I'm doing Xamarin as a full-day job. I'm doing cross-platform application, but it doesn't make really much difference because I'm doing cross-platform application by end of the day. So either Xamarin or React Native or Flutter, I'm doing what I love, the mobile application, right? So Flutter is also good, that's why I'm learning, and Xamarin is also good, that's why I'm developing it in my full-day job. All right, so let's move on to our next question. Before so this is really tedious job switching between screens, but I'm trying to manage it. I'll figure out some better way to do that. So the next question says, how do you enforce the version of Flutter that is used for the app? Do you set the version in the pubspec YAML like we do for the .sdk? So okay, .sdk we change, correct. So let me tell you that SDK's version we can change by specifying in our pubspec YAML. That is correct. Even we do that in Android, we change the API level. So that is SDK. SDKs have different API levels at the same time. So you have API 17, 18, 19 running on. You can choose what you want to compile with which SDK. But Flutter is tool where you have the fixed version. So Flutter, there's no way to change Flutter version as per my knowledge from the pubspec YAML. So whatever you upgrade from your Flutter version, so there's a single repository, it's a Git repository, you can just upgrade it, so it will run a Flutter update command, it will fetch all those commands, it will run, and there's only single instance of that. So whatever you see the version, it's going to compile through that version. And SDK, of course, .sdk you can change at any time because that has the language specifics. but as per my knowledge, there's no way. Let me know in the comment section, I may be wrong, if you know the way to change Flutter SDK version, not Flutter SDK, like Flutter tool version, because say for example currently Flutter 1.20 is running. If I want to switch to Flutter 1.5, so as per my knowledge, there can be only one instance at a time. So either you have Flutter 1.5 or Flutter 1.15 or Flutter 1.20 at one time. All right, so that's this question. Let's move to next one, and probably I think I'm in the last last question maybe. So the next question say, oh my god, it's very big. Can Flutter have Android Java like accessibility? Like for example, I created an app that is set default launcher and will run on a reboot, play a certain video and close and runs the original launcher. I had to learn Java and Android for that. The straightforward answer is yes. Flutter is just on top of your Android or iOS platform. So whatever native thing you see inside Flutter just asks for one canvas to paint the widgets. So whatever you see on top, whatever you see in the bottom, whatever visual things you see, that is done by Flutter. But anything else you need to access battery level, you need to access GPS level, GPS location, you need to do something on reboot, you have to do in your Android application or iOS application. So of course for that you have to learn Java if it requires, because for generally many features there's a package available for, of course, but this is very specific feature that you want to run something on reboot, you will need to learn Java. And the same way how you did on Android, if you Google it, it's simply available how to do in Android. Just copy paste that same thing you can do in Flutter as well. So let's take our next question. How you make your Flutter skills so good? How can we do so in order to improve? And that's the last question we have. So let me answer once again. I have answered this previously also, so I'll mention that I go through Flutter docs, I go through the speed code on YouTube. People are uploading speed code. That's really awesome to watch speed code and try it yourself. Then you have to make sure you watch Flutter widget of the week. You participate in the tech talks by Flutter community. So there you'll come to know about a lot of things, and even like whatever Flutter announces, whatever Flutter widgets are announced, whatever new features announced in the new version of Flutter, they create a live stream for that. So you have to have patience and watch those videos. And if you don't want to watch that, you can subscribe to CodeX channel, because I'm watching all those videos and I will create a summarized version for that. So that's a little bit of promotion over there. And we have completed a Q&A session successfully. So now I'm going to take few questions from live stream as well. So yeah, this is my question. Lucifer Sharma, so I hope I answered your question. I want to make an Android TV launcher and I had used ADB to set it. I'm leaving not right now because it's pure knowledge. I'm leaving not right now because it is a pure good knowledge. Thank you. So you're not leaving, that's a good thing. What if Google shut down Flutter project? Google is very famous about setting their projects down. So either you talk about Google Orkut, you talk about Google GCM, you talk about any brand, any famous product you talk, Google just shut it down. But this is open source thing. The good thing is this is open source, so of course this is backed by a community as well. Of course this is proprietary of Google. They can shut down at any point of time, but this is, we have to have that trust that much, and it's open source, so of course you can rely on that. And to be honest, this question can, a solution architect or one who is really connected with Google can answer what is the future of Flutter with Google. But I'm sure Google is not going to give up and just not going to shut down just like they did for other platforms, because this is their rivalry product for Microsoft. And Microsoft has Xamarin, Facebook has React Native, so Google needs also something to support cross-platform, right? So they will not shut it down down easily, of course. But you know, Google, they can shut down anything anytime. But don't get afraid of that. You can write at least 5-10 applications till the time it shut down. So enjoy doing fluttering. It's very easy. So speed codes are not for beginners. True, speed codes are not for beginners, because some YouTubers, they make it very fast, like they just type in and something happening, you have to pause it and see it. But some YouTubers like me, they do speed code slowly, not that slow, but I do sometime in 2x speed, 4x speed, and in between I explain as well. So you can consider subscribing. Again, promo for myself. I'm thinking for choosing Dart for GSOC. I don't really know what GSOC is. I'm sorry about that. Yes, this is my question. All right. So fairly good live stream, 14 people still in the video. I am really enjoying doing live stream. I can talk to you guys, and you know, it's really fun to connect with you people. And 5,000 subscriber was my first goal, and you people made to achieve it. Thank you so much once again. And let me know when should I do next Q&A video, and what happens whenever I plan for Q&A. Like, this is the first time, but I was knowing this from beginning that when I'll go for Q&A video, people will be asking me question about Flutter, and of course this is what you should be asking, because that is what you have you have subscribed the channel. But apart from that, also you can ask me normal stuff, what I do, where I go, what I like, and all those stuff. But I hope you like the video which I showed in form of introduction. There I have described everything what I have done. I'm a graduate. I've done Bachelor of Engineering in Computers. If you have missed that video, I'm going to play that video once again at the end of this stream, which we are going to do now. Once again, congratulations. Every Saturday live stream. Hopefully we can do that, but let me tell you honestly, apart from office hours, I have to give time to my family as well. But I try my best to produce one video per week. Sometimes I fails though. I upload in 10 days. Sometimes I even fail that as well. But yes, I try my best to create videos and upload regularly. I try to choose the topic which improves your knowledge, not just a UI design. I work on real examples. If you haven't seen my clock app series, that's a real real gem you can watch. You can learn a lot of things from that. I talk from custom pane, from list view, how to work with provider in detail with a real example, with the same application, how we can apply different fundamentals every Saturday. Yeah. Gurpreet, thank you so much for your support. Of course, I will plan for it, but I cannot commit at this point. I don't want to overcommit for sure. Saturday, I don't have off. Sadly, I don't have. So, of course, I will do video live stream once in a while to connect with you guys. Of course, which college in Pune? Abhishek, I did in Sharad Chandra Pawar College of Engineering. If you have heard of it, it's in Junnar Taluka. And I used to come Pune different places occasionally. Have you done blog? I haven't done blog in my YouTube video, but I have explored myself. Still, I'm figuring out the proper example, the proper application, not just one pager application, but a real-time application where I can include blog. Blog is for, if you have a big application and data is coming, flowing, you have a form, submission is going on, all this stuff, then you can use blog pattern. So you are married. Now started some personal questions. That's what I like. Yes, I'm married. I married 2.5 years back. I married in 2000. I got married in 2018, 28th of April, which I showed in my video. You can choose your time, bro. Thank you so much. So let's end our video, and I want to know from you guys, when should I do my next Q&A video? I'm not talking about the live stream, I'm talking about the Q&A video. When should I do it next, where you can ask me questions and I will answer to that. So whether I should do after 10,000 of subscribers or 20,000 or 50,000, just choose between these three 10,000, 20,000 or 50,000 subscriber. 10,000 maybe next month I'll complete. Next month, that's too early. Maybe next to next month in October I'll complete. 20,000 down the line maybe. Amazing stream, very helpful. Congratulations for 5,000 subscribers. Thank you so much guys for staying tuned in the video. Thank you so much for subscribing, liking and commenting. That's really nice to, you know, connect with the people like you and have discussion, have chat along with the live stream. And yes, of course, we all learn from each other. So sometimes even how I do on my YouTube videos, you know, that first I choose a topic which I don't know, to be honest, which I don't know, and I'll Google through all the resources available, all the YouTube videos, not exactly all. Of course, I will watch 4 or 5 videos for that. I will watch Flutter community videos for that specifically. I will watch, I'll go through documentation first, and that's how, when I get full knowledge of it, I create a YouTube tutorial. So that's the way I learn Flutter. To teach you guys, I teach first myself and then I teach you people. So that is the way I go, you know, other way around. Instead of being expert in Flutter, I choose a topic which I don't know, I get expertise in itself and I deliver to you guys. And that's what I love. That's what I love. So I learn something and I just want to pass it on. So per 1,000 subscriber, Lucifer Sharma, that will be too much. Lucifer Sharma, I have read so many of your comments. Thank you so much for in this live stream. And that's it for this stream guys. Thank you so much for joining. I'll hope to see you guys in the next live stream, and I'll do quite often, of course, once in 2 weeks, that will be fine. So let's see you guys in the next video. Maybe it's a live stream or maybe it's a normal YouTube video. Make sure to hit the like button on my video and comment out what you want. I have started one new feature in my video that I will give a shout out to the person who have provided the best comment. Either it's negative or positive, but he has provided a comment which makes sense to the video. So I'm going to shout out for that, and the channel as well. So make sure to do that. I'll see you guys in the next one. And here is the personal video which I created once more for you people who joined late.
Hi, this is me, Afzal. I have an Indian passport because that's my birthplace. In UAE, I completed 1 whole year. Before that, I was developing mobile application in Riyadh, Saudi Arabia. This is me and my college buddies. These are some of my grad pics. I've done Bachelor of Engineering in Computers and specialized in software. And that's what majority of Indians do. These are some of my certificates and trophies I have been rewarded for excellent work. This is my laptop where I spend most of my time. Yes, you just saw a car on my desk. I love to collect model cars and sometimes I even play with them. Crazy. These are some of my childhood pics. I don't know why I was angry all the time. Talking about time, I'm running 28th. And also 28th is the day I got married. This is me and I have an artistic eye. I design, I animate, and yes, I made this video too. My goals are simple. Be with family, work hard, and earn more. But who knows the future? This is me right now.